Energy behind us. Coming up next, we've got some more matches. Tom and Turtle here, giving you the business. Welcome back to the grid. Alpine Esports, etc., etc.
Oh yeah, I'm a little bit sad. I'm not gonna laugh, Tom. I'm sitting here. I'm a little bit sad because even Miztik himself said it. If we had won that game, that series against NRG, I think it would have launched us on a catapult into the playoffs. But it doesn't matter because we still brought them to game 5. We still got super warmed up against them. That means in this next series, win or lose against NRG, we're going to come in warmed up, on fire. Percy was shooting like a maniac. Jordan was warmed up later on in the series. And we clutched out in moments where we needed to, like the overtime. I think the good looks overall. Now we just come in here. We got to do a clean little game here against Charlotte.
I absolutely agree. We saw the Charlotte folks in here before. Karma was just making fun of me.
Oh yeah,
but I still wish her well enough that we still beat her. But
thank you.
Well,
I appreciate that from Karma though. Honestly, I don't stick up for myself against you as much as I should. So she's trying to get my back here.
I wasn't even making fun of you. I wasn't even making fun of you.
Hey, every single week, all right, I sit here time and time again and I listen to you bully me and tell me how genius and smart I am. It's just unacceptable.
You're right. How dare I tell you how genius and smart you are, Turtle? How dare I?
Thank you.
Absolutely, how dare I? You know, one thing you do get right, though. One thing you get right.
What's that?
Is the way you dress. You come through with the good threads on. Every week, me and Turtle here repping the Alpine boys. You can do the same thing at home. Exclamation point merch in the chat to go ahead and grab your climbing gear. You can be a part of the squad like us. Real talk. The hoodies are dope.
F-top. It's 113 degrees outside. I'm still wearing the hoodie. That's how comfortable it is. I'm not even joking. I have options to wear a Alpine shirt. I'm wearing the hoodie because that's how comfy it is. It's 113 degrees outside. I don't even care. I'm wearing it.
113 degrees. Listen, I'm from a place, we don't actually say this here, but people call it Hot Atlanta. I would never, it's not allowed to be 113 degrees. Dude, it's not allowed to be 113.
What happens? What happens when you live in the desert, okay? There's a lot of heat, a lot of fire in the desert. But Jordan's got some fire himself with this shot. Look at this. Look at the pass from Percy, too. Okay, you see that little pass, too, from Percy? We talked about this. This is the issue against NRG. We weren't passing when we transitioned, and now we just lobbed that one up.
Nice. And did you see what Karma's wearing today?
Oh, no, not the Santa hat, bro.
Oh, no. We have to demolish
Majicbear isn't even wearing the Santa hat. This is unacceptable. What happened?
This is unacceptable. You know, remember how last time I packed and I couldn't get the Santa hat out?
Oh, yeah.
First thing I unpacked was the Santa hat, I'm just saying.
Good. You're a man of good morals, because if you don't have the Santa hat, are you truly a man? That's the real question.
That is the question.
I don't have a Santa hat, but I'm still a little boy. Okay? I'm still a little boy.
Just a young boy.
Oh, no.
Young boy out here.
You gotta stop. Okay, wait, now actually keep going, because it's working. Whatever you're doing that time. There we go. You're hyping him up. I don't know how they can sense your energy or something.
Yo, look at that. Look at that little stall right there. Just a pop up. You love to see it.
We actually got linked a Twitter clip too to Arsenal getting that fake, the mind game. So for those of you who are interested in all things the grid, every single team too, we've got some crazy plays. Make sure you check out Twitter too. Because that was a crazy play. But Jordan, now he's trying to get a little mind game of his own.
I love Space Station when we're not playing against them. They're a cool squad. They're a cool group of dudes, and yeah, that was a dirty play from Marshall. And that's something that I've been seeing more and more. We talk about like we talk about like metagame a lot. And gamers talk about metagame more than like traditional sports people, because like, I mean, simply speaking, basketball doesn't get patched very often, right? Like there's no changes to the game, right? But we still see meta changes because of the way players play. And Rocket League falls into that latter category where, like, yeah, you know, sometimes there are changes to the actual game,
but it's nothing that'll break the core gameplay.
Yeah, as we see metas evolve, it's just about how players play. When I first joined in Season 9, Subi was talking about how much more physical the game was. The meta game was much more about demos. I'm sitting here and seeing a lot more this year than I did last year. Players looking for those break checks, those mind games, those dribbles, and it seems to be much more about like individual flair and being able to like outplay your opponent in Season 10.
Well, that's the thing that's awesome about watching Rocket League is like no matter how fast or quick the gameplay becomes, there will always be more opportunities then for you to go for mind games and slow the play down. You know what I mean? And it almost becomes a fantastic weapon to utilize against people. And Arsenal did just that in that crazy clip we saw where he got the mind game. And Jordan here, he slows it down, brings the ball closer to himself, gets a couple of mind games, forces people to go for an awkward 50, and you've got an easier shot than you would have had if you just went for a fast, quick angle.
Insane. It's fun watching the players, and I think that's a, you know, when we talk about, it's easy to look at, you know, League of Legends and say this character got plus 17 strength, so he's stronger, right? Yeah. Identifying metas and why people change their gameplay in a fluid game like Rocket League is tough. But I think when it comes down to it, when we see this sort of focus on the flash, if you will, players are just better now, man. We've been playing for so many years. Like, you got to expect it out of kind of everybody. And it's at a fun point where, like, I truly believe, and this is, you know, I've bounced around from game to game, and that lets you see, like, esports from a helicopter almost. Like, shot there from shadows in the right spot at the right time. Like, the first year of an esport is always rough. But here we're like, what has it been, like 5-6 years of competitive Rocket League now? Like, all these players are inundated with how to play at a competitive level, and now they're getting creative past you learn the rules before you break the rules, and now they're doing that, and we're seeing the best of both worlds. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really cool to see it evolve, especially because things started out where you could have a player on your team who was much slower. You could have a Gibbs on your team, essentially. Gibbs, literally, when he was on the roster, he just sat in net. The man didn't move past the goal line. I'm not even joking. Like, if you watch the gameplay, but that was the style. So everybody thought you had to have a goalkeeper. This was the way things were going to move on in the game. And you just always assign somebody to stay in net, get some boost, and go for some crazy saves. And now everybody's rushing out of the field, getting demos, being physical. We even saw the one goal out of Charlotte where they got 2 demos on us as Majicbear opens up the field, splits the defense in half, and the midfield pays off.
And, you know, we talk about how things have come and why we move past them. And then every once in a while you see a reason as to, well, that's why they played the goalkeeper once upon a time.
Maybe we should have a Gibbs on this team. Maybe Charlotte just needs Gibbs. Let's pick him up.
Charlotte Gibbs. That'd be good.
If we saw Gibbs come back into Rocket League in a pro match, I would be so happy. Like, I honestly think he'd probably sit in the net still because he knows he couldn't keep up. So his best strategy would be to stay on defense, and it would be amazing.
So are you and Gibbs the only like RLC, like Our World commentators that are ex-pros?
I mean, there's others who have had history, like James Bott used to play a little bit back in the day, like early Rocket League. Corelli played a couple. There's definitely people who have experience. I think Gibbs is the most notable one, though. Even bypassing me, you think about Rocket League, Gibbs was there at the start of it, man.
I mean, that's fun to see, and you know, who right now, team needs a player, caster is the only one's option. Who is the first caster to get jumped into a team? Is it you, Turtle?
No, it's Gibbs. Are you kidding me? It's Gibbs. 100% Gibbs. I would honestly, I wouldn't even feel mad if somebody picked Gibbs over me. I'd feel like I'm doing the world a favor. I'm honoring his legacy, and he'd probably play better than me too.
Well, the legacy is moving forward here for Alpine, 4-1 in game number 1. We go ahead and take them on down here. Captain Clutch Percy getting it done. Fun stuff. All 3 goals from Jordan, by the way. One else from not Percy.
Majicbear.
Majicbear. But Jordan with the hat trick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then 3 assists, though, from Percy. And that's crazy because Percy is so offensive and offensively minded that it's crazy to see him get some pass off. 44% of team shots in week 4, 50% of the team's goals in week 4 as well. So you think about somebody on offense on Alpine, it's usually Percy. but now he's kind of stepping back a little bit. Maybe that's the role he needs to fill.
I'm down for them just to play around and try different, try different positions.
Well, that's what the grid is for too, right? I mean,
Exactly.
That's what I would use the grid for.
Consistent perform. Like one of the things my teachers always told me was you gotta practice how you perform, and like, sure, that's all well and good. Percy performing punctiliously the way he practices.
Not that word. It's back. Oh my goodness. And he recovers. Dude, that was crazy. I don't even want to try and say the word you just did. Dude. I can't ever get it.
We tried last time.
Dude, I don't like this. This is not an English class, okay? I'm here to watch Rocket League and not increase my tiny peanut-sized brain. Okay.
Everything is an English class. I'm telling you.
It's true. What a way of living life.
You can always learn a new word.
I feel like you're the type of guy to like have that one app that just spams you with notifications of like words of the day.
I do not have an app that does that.
I don't believe you. You definitely. That's like my grandma
an app.
has that app, bro. My grandma has the vocabulary.
Well, your
spam
grandma
app.
is awesome. And that's
Yeah, she is. But that doesn't mean that you can't be like my grandma in some ways, okay?
I
Why, you
do
saying
not
that's a
have the
problem?
app.
Wow. Oh, okay.
But I do. Webster.com emails me every day. But that's besides the point, okay? It's just not an app, all right?
The truth comes out.
It's not an app, it's an email.
That's even worse, dude. Emails every day. Why are you signed up to anything on email? I don't understand.
Well, email, you wake up, you gotta check your email, you learn a new word, you know?
No, I really don't. I'm so sorry. Oh my, the passing. Oh, okay. We're popping off in midfield. Whenever we go for clears, Alpine always finding a teammate. We got more space. This is light work compared to the matchup against NRG. We're actually getting given space on defense. That's the crazy thing.
Well, I mean, we're getting given it. I think we're taking it. That is a big difference here for me from Alpine from set number 1 to set number 2 is how much control. You know, again, I call it the chess clock.
Yeah.
The amount of time you have of possession, right? Like we have spent more time on Charlotte Phoenix's side of the field than Alpine's altogether, and that is the key. Playing half court is something that Alpine want to do. Like, I think Alpine, there are 3 states, right? Your side of the field, their side of the field, and like transition, midfield, whatever, right? Alpine is a team that I feel like in this order, they'd rather be offensive half court, transition, and then defensive half court. Like their defensive gameplay kind of lags behind some of the other teams. So like if they're able to just like keep you on your side of the map, I think they're very, very happy. Alpine, that is, and we're seeing that here in set number 2.
Well, and the thing of it is we have a lot of great mechanics on our roster for Alpine. You know, Percy, Majicbear, and Jordan. All these guys can pull off some amazing stunts with the ball, which makes our clears super important. If we can get a clear all the way down to somebody who has boost, that is such a good look because of how mechanical of a team we are. We can get some crazy shots in and redirect that speed coming out from the clear rather than a simple, corner pinch across where we don't have much to work with.
Yeah, that's the game plan, right? And we'll see if we're able to find more stuff. Oh, nope. Jordan's here. All good.
That was almost the second time Charlotte have scored off demoing 2 of our players.
And I mean, why are we able to keep that at an almost? It's 1-0, minute left. How are we able to do that?
Well, it's just about who they demo and the timing. I think sometimes physical plays work out so well, but you can also get unlucky. You can get a demo and either have them spawn in a better spot than they would have been. So sometimes it's out of your control whether or not the demo is going to be effective. And I think in that situation, we got a little bit fortunate, but also always having a third man back who can at least dodge one demo is super, super solid.
The old janitor.
That's right.
Back there.
The Gibbs.
Clean
You
sweep.
know what I'm saying? Bro, where is Gibbs? Can we sign a petition to get Gibbs out of retirement? I don't know how it would happen, but I would pay money to see it.
I'd be down. I would. You know what I would love to see actually. So we just announced the fall major will be online.
Okay.
And that is okay. All right, it's rocking. But the next time we come to LAN, I want to see a caster 6. I want to see 3 casters versus 3 casters.
Oh no! I mean, I would love to play in that. That would be so fun. But I don't know if it'd be the best Rocket League we've ever seen. That's for sure. Oh, it's Alpine. Oh my. Okay. We almost had given up a buzzer beater in the final seconds. But again, we go up 2-0. This is so important now. Game 3 against NRG. We couldn't take the win. Close out the series now. Miztik has got to be here right now in their ears, hyping them up, man.
Absolutely. I mean, that's certainly what's happening here. There's no doubt in my mind that Miztik is like, come on, we got to grab this one. Much different team, I think. Of course, no disrespect to Charlotte Phoenix. Like, all jokes aside, no disrespect to Charlotte Phoenix, but I don't think it's a spicy hot take to say that Energy and Charlotte Phoenix are 2 different teams, and one of those teams is a little bit better than the other. So with that in mind, I think it's very realistic that Alpine can kind of close this one out here. Put on your Phoenix uniform here. What are the things that Charlotte's doing right, if anything at all?
I mean, I definitely appreciate the demos. I think the physical plays are good. Other than that, I think they have to do a better job at keeping the ball in Alpine's corner. If you're a coach for Charlotte, you're saying, why aren't we winning these 50s? There's been multiple times where I've seen Percy be able to get a flick over 1 or 2 defenders, attacking him in his own corner. And if you're Charlotte Phoenix, you got to say to yourself, we win these, we can keep the pressure on and force out a mistake. That's how crucial it is.
Game 3 here. 4.5 on the clock already.
Oh my goodness. Like, look at Percy. He just dribbled past 2 players and stomped them out. Forced them into awkward positions. Almost got a pass off. If you're Charlotte Phoenix, that can't be happening. You have to get a 50 or at least a touch on the ball to get it away from him.
It's kind of interesting because this is the problem that we had against Energy.
Yeah, with Justin. So life is just a simulation, basically.
Absolutely. That is true. Time is a flat circle, and we live on a Mobius strip, but
the Earth is flat. Confirmed. You heard it here first. Majicbear?
I don't know about that.
Look, if you show me and take me out into outer space, I'll say, you know, it's set up. I'm actually on Earth, and this is all just something fake. Okay.
The giant ice wall on the side.
Exactly.
Yo, flat Earth theory. That gets me going every time, man.
No, we can't do it. We can't get into it. Is that considered politics? I feel like that should be considered politics. Oh my, the save from Jordan. Okay, dude.
Nice.
Even whenever we do give up some space, we got somebody getting the save.
Nice save. I'm talking about you in the broadcast, but the gameplay save was good.
I mean, we would consider that to be, you know, right?
But see, here's the problem with staying flat is that Alpine is all about the climb. It's a mountain goat. Well, it's not a goat, right?
It goes against what we stand for, climbing the mountain. You know what I'm saying? So we just can't support it. Exactly. And it makes sense.
You gotta climb. Dappur flattening us out here.
I can't support the shot. I can't support it. Karma doing a good job in the corner, gets around it. What was that pre-flip? That was weird. Okay, she landed under the ball, scooped it out, and Dappur gets the shot. I've been wondering how Dappur fits in on Charlotte. We have not seen too much out of Charlotte Phoenix, at least as much as I thought we would. I thought Dappur was one of the best players, if not the best, on the old Sonics roster. He comes on to Charlotte Phoenix. They're a little bit quiet.
Well, it's been tough, I think, because last season I was and still am a really big Charlotte Phoenix fan.
Yeah.
Listen, when they play well, they look real good.
Definitely.
Karma looks electric.
Oh my. Stop. You mention her name and this is what you do.
Karma zaps it in there.
Oh my. Wait, why are you? I don't even understand the lightning bolt reference, but either way it works. The demo on our own player didn't happen, but we got bumped. And I thought, now you're confusing me.
What I was saying was that, like, listen, they had Wondermike last year, bro. Like, that's a big hole to fill. Not just in, you know, how good Wondermike is sure, but also, like, Wondermike is a star player on the field. You're going to play around Wondermike. You're going to play around him. And then so Dappur coming in here isn't just about like filling one of Mike's shoes. The team has to change the way they approach the game. And so like it's been a month. You got to learn how to do it. And I guess, you know, here in this game we're seeing them actually just do that. But like it's tough for sure that trying to replace a player like that.
Yeah. And Dappur's new playstyle, he's not the type of person to constantly commit on offense and be aggressive. He doesn't like doing that, as they barely escaped with a save there. Good pressure so far from our boys at Alpine, keeping it in their zone. And look at this little pass back I like from Jordan, keeping that possession, keeping the ball close. We talked about a lot, control, making it work, but it doesn't work with the 50. Karma almost got the double tap. Things are scary. Now, this is game 3. Alpine struggled to close out against NRG. Oh my gosh, and Percy, he pulled an Arsenal.
Nice, okay. Percy around Karma, pops it up. Dappur's going to be there as well. No orange on the right side. Scratch that, it's Majicbear. Ooh, I got excited for that one. I thought we would see a sequence, but not quite. A shot on goal. Yeesh.
This is getting scary. We have good offense, but I don't want to get too desperate right now. Oh, okay.
Got him.
Never mind. I lied. We take it. We take it, Majicbear. Let's go. What a touch from Jordan, too. Off the ceiling. And Percy.
Percy gets involved.
I didn't even comprehend what I just saw. That was crazy.
That's teamwork. That's listen, teamwork makes the dream work. Just like that. You got to pass in order to pass. Just smooth moves. Karma with a nice shot. Percy's going to be able to stop it. Half a minute on the clock here, Turtle. I mean, this is totally possible. Obviously, we say it all the time. But this is not just mathematically possible, I think realistic as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing some double commits too. The panic definitely getting induced. Majicbear, there it is. Oh, I didn't see Shadow on defense. He was hiding behind the ball. Did you see? You saw it. He was sneaky.
I just didn't see him.
I thought it was wide open. I was like, this is the one.
Look at Dappur playing Gibbs, literally in net.
What does he do?
Just chill.
Now he doesn't have a touch on the ball. Okay, I don't know if that was the right call, but it worked.
All right, well, okay. Keeping the ball up here. One more shot, we're good.
Keep it up, Percy.
Okay,
yes.
All right. Okay.
One more.
No, what are you? Game 4.
It's okay. It's okay. Look, game 4 against NRG was one that we didn't want to talk about. This time around, it'll be different.
Yeah.
We're going up against Charlotte.
We're gonna flip it and reverse it. And we're gonna make this hour for, you know.
Okay, so I think against NRG we were down 1-4 in that game. This time it's gonna be 4-1. Calling it right now, F dot. We make a change, and we're gonna close this out.
Okay, 4-1. You think you're gonna call it 4-1?
It's just destiny, bro. It's destiny.
All right,
I don't make the rules.
I'm gonna call 2-0. That's what I'm gonna say.
2-0 going in favor of
Alpine.
Okay,
I think Alpine closes.
I had to clarify.
That's fair. I think Alpine closes this one out. 2-0. We'll see.
It was a better game from Charlotte. You got to give them credit. There actually wasn't as many physical plays, but what was working for them was Karma being a nuisance on the offense. She got a goal and an assist, and I think back to that assist where she pre-flipped under the ball and then scooped it out. So doing a lot better in those corners, like I talked about, winning the 50s and pushing forward.
What's interesting to me is watching Karma kind of like when, again, Wonder Mike was a player that you absolutely have to play around, you know?
You gotta have him on offense.
Karma, and Karma's a player that like she from what I understand, looking at it like the old games and hearing people, she was used to being like a very front forward player, and bringing Wonder Mike on makes her kind of like readjust her role. Now with Dappur in place of Wonder Mike, maybe she has more of an opportunity to return her old play style.
This is her chance. You're 100% correct. Now, I didn't even think about that. That's a great point, because on all her teams, you're right. She was so aggressive. Every single time, she was the first person forward, getting demos, and just being flat out annoying. So this is a chance for her to regain that playstyle.
Rip. Why do I keep saying Wonder Mike? Turanturo was the player. Where did Wonder Mike play?
You were talking about Wonder Mike, and I personally didn't even know. A little bit lost. Okay, I'm right there with you.
Point remains because Turanturo was the guy on that team, and where did Mike play? I'm crazy. But again, it was Turret and Turret being like that style play for sure.
Dappur's starting to get warmed up, the 1v1 player. He hates whenever people call him a ones player. But how can you not? When you see him pull off plays like this, what do you say? Is that not one's skill coming in handy?
I didn't know that he didn't like. It's funny to hear that. Oh wow. Oh, I'm behind again. My bad. It's funny to hear that because when I talk to the casters about like players, right? I'll just be like, hey, James Pod, what can you tell me about this guy or this player or whatnot? Everyone that I've talked to is like, yeah, one's play. So it's funny to hear that he doesn't like that.
Yeah, he just gets frustrated because he doesn't play ones anymore. His style is not 1v1 based at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, he's much more passive, and I personally think this is the best Dappur we've seen. It's what's made him a lot more consistent. There were times where, people were worried about Dappur. We thought that maybe he would trickle off a little bit, back to his selfless days on that roster. His teammates Miho and I believe it was Timmy, they kind of fell off a little bit. But Dappur, because he adapted, he changed his playstyle up a little bit. He has been able to stay on top of things. Speak of the devil, here he is putting one in.
Well, both of us lose. It's not 4-1 and it's not 2-0.
Well, you had a chance to reclaim it. I asked you who you thought was going to go up 2-0, and you said Alpine. You could have gone the other way. Okay?
Well, I can always go the other way. I just think that, like, I had faith in Alpine here.
I did too.
Still, I mean, we're speaking in the past tense, and there's 3 minutes left.
Well, I'm getting PSG vibes too. If you remember back to the PSG days with Fruity, Chaussette, and Farah, they had a really rough patch going through reverse sweeps. It seemed like they were the team that either got the reverse sweep or would always get reverse sweep. There was no in between. And that is a scary place to be. You can have a mentality that is so cursed because you start thinking to yourself, we're just a team that gets reverse sweep. That's how it is. So now you come into game 3, game 4, and you think to yourself, this always happens to us. Why? You get frustrated and you're more worried about it happening again. There's a shot from Percy, not going in because Shadow dives across the net. Again, the shot from Jordan, it's not on target. The accuracy plaguing us just a little bit.
Ooh, Majicbear is able to find a demo, but nothing really being played off of it. Wrong side of the field. Alpine got a transition. Jordan with a little
minutes
pop.
left. The demo.
Oh, the demo was great. Somebody's got to shove it in. Where's the teammate?
That's the worst. When you get a demo and then the goal does not pay off. I'm enraged.
You're sitting there like, well, if it was 4v4, it would have gotten it.
Yeah.
Shots wide from Shadow. You love to see it. Well, I guess we love to see it. But
that's right. That's how it's going whenever NRG in that first series, whenever they miss those open ends. We love to see it. I don't know if anybody else does.
Yeah, James Bot over there just screaming, why are they missing?
Yeah,
we're like, yeah, man, chilling. No problem.
Oh, the fakes? Dude, mind games have been, as soon as I saw that clip from Arsenal, now, for whatever reason, I'm seeing mind games everywhere. I don't know what it is.
I told you, it's the meta. Like, that's, like, metagame is dictated. So metagame is dictated by so much. Everybody always looks to, like, the patch notes and how the game actually changed. Rocket League is a game that very rarely changed. So your metagame is going to be dictated by the best players in the field, right? Whatever, just quick and dirty. If the best player plays really fast, you're going to play whatever beats really fast.
Yeah.
If the best player plays really slow, you're going to play whatever beats really slow. There is no objective good. It is just whoever the best player put and so if everybody is out here, trying to do like Rodney Mullen nose stalls, like that's what everybody's gonna chase. That's what everybody's gonna do. The meta game, so to speak, is just as much influenced by what people think is cool as it is real hard.
The flashy plays, man, because they get all the attention. So you see somebody like Arsenal go for that, it gets a lot of attention. Everybody else is going to start thinking about it in the back of their heads when they're playing themselves.
The double tap has definitely been, a big part of that, right?
And Devo hit that. When Devo hit the double tap in season 3, I believe, it was like, okay, this is real. Everybody should start going for double taps. You start banging things off the backboard, hoping you can preserve your boost to go for another hit.
And now season 10, and it is a standard point of play. Like if you can't handle your double taps, you can't handle your games. Right here, Alpine can't handle Charlotte Phoenix. You're going to be able to take this one 2-0. And we find ourselves one more time looking up at a game 5.
Not game 5, bro. We have to make a difference here. I thought that game 5, it's like game 4s always look the worst for us, I feel like.
Sure. Yeah.
Against NRG, we kind of struggled to keep ourselves in the race. We got into game 5. We brought it to a 1-1 scoreline, I think it was. Then NRG just barely scored one at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
And now we just need to come out right away swinging with I'd say Percy going forward. You want to have Percy be as aggressive as possible. I love when he's being aggressive. Majicbear again, getting the demos. Then Jordan, the clutch shooting. Stay consistent. Make sure your defense is winning those challenges. But again, it's game 5. The nerves, I don't know what these guys are feeling because we keep coming into game 5s, and it seems like it's that much closer to becoming a curse for us.
I mean, it's always just tough jumping into game 5s knowing that there's no wiggle room, right? Like when you have the 2-game advantage and then you lose one, who cares? And then you lose another, I kind of care. And then you lose a third, well, you have to care because you lose. Like that's so game 5 is just so difficult to be even keeled.
Well, Miztik is a huge component right now in keeping our mentalities level-headed because you just come off of a loss against NRG where you get reverse swept. You're thinking this game, please, I don't want to get reverse swept 2 times today. It's the last thing you'd want. Frustrating days, they're the worst whenever you're getting reverse swept. A loss is a loss, but whenever you come that much closer to tasting victory, it's even more painful.
Man. Finally, it looks like there's a little bit of all under control. But just like that, Dappur's able to snatch it away.
Karma. She's so good right now at being aggressive and sneaking her way into those tight little positions so she can slip out with the ball. You saw her go in there whenever everybody was, bunched up. She just gets it, takes it up the wall. She's got more space to work with.
Karma just straight up looks better this season than she did last year.
I mean, she improves every year, though. That's the crazy thing. Her work ethic and her determination in this game is something you have to admire.
It's insane because I think you see it. Shouts to Greasy Meister in Europe as well because playing in the pro league, the top side, the RLCS, and then getting demoted to the rivals.
Oh, let's go.
Nice job, Majicbear. Nice job. This is just a clean little boink over the top.
1, and there's 2.
And the pop shove it. Nice job there. Coming back to the conversation about Karma and Charlotte Phoenix, getting relegated and demoted and sticking to it is one of the most difficult things to do in sports. Yeah. Like you used to be the guy and now you're not.
And now Majicbear's the guy. Okay, this guy's getting set up beautifully by Percy, but he comes in with a firing shot. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at how fast he was to get up this ball and beat out Karma from getting a touch.
There it is. Beautiful. It's the weeb spam. It's the weeb spam in chat. That's what's doing it. That's what's doing it. Everybody out here just
that's what we need in game 5.
Spam this Mercy to activate Percy.
That's the only thing we care about in a game 5.
I hope nobody's getting timed out for spam, which is good. But I am a fan of like bleachers. Ooh, nice job from Karma. Okay, so we got a ball game here. We will stay in caster mode. We won't go into like 4-0.
You mentioned it. I don't know where you're going with that bleachers either. I was confused for a second.
No. I like when chat gets like. I like when chat's all like the bleachers.
We got the chant going.
Yeah, like in Europe you have the football songs, and in NA we don't really do that with any of our sports except for hockey. We have our like hockey songs or whatever. But like all the spam this rice to help out ice. Like I love that stuff.
That's right.
I hope I didn't make anybody bad at Alpine.
Well, Alpine needs the energy more than ever. I mean, we're in game 5. They might not have chat open. I don't know why they would, but in the rare instance they did.
Players have chat open?
I know. Lacinio used to play with chat open. It's possible. Some players.
Why would you ever do that?
I have no idea. But if that's the case, okay, Majicbear needs the energy now more than ever, okay? And this is when we give it to him. We're in game 5. We have a 1-goal lead, 2 minutes left. The demos are coming more and more on our side on defense against Charlotte Phoenix. I'm a little bit scared. I just want us to hold on and hold down to these corners because that's where Charlotte Phoenix have been striking.
Exactly. You gotta watch out.
No. Dappur.
Nope. We're good.
We're chilling. Absolutely no worries.
See? You're able to take it up. Important distinction, chat. No one-man spam. Don't sit here and spam your thing over and over just all by yourself. It's about the unification of chat. That's how you give your energy to the people. Sort of like Captain Planet, right? With your powers combined, you are Captain Alpine. Percy, getting it done.
How did that work? I'm amazed. That was beautiful. The chat spam worked. It wasn't for Majicbear, but it was for Percy. Maybe he has the chat open. He heard what you were saying too, Captain Alpine.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
Make it happen. 1:17 on the clock, 3-1.
We got that
Alpine
security.
leading this one. I'm feeling good.
Nice little safety net too. I'm feeling good too. All right. We've had good looks at net. We've scored a couple of times. Shout out to Majicbear for being a clutch shooter. That's not the best 50, but Jordan gets in the way. That was huge. 1 minute left. Nobody gets in front of that ball. It's 90% going to end up in a goal.
You know how comfortable I am?
How? F-time? Why?
I didn't.
You talk about being comfortable. There's 46 seconds left. Are you still comfortable? Are you still comfortable?
I didn't say anything.
Answer the question. Are you still comfortable? That's what I want to know.
I'm always comfortable.
I'm comfortable too. I'm chilling. No worries, no sweat.
No sweat at all. 45 seconds on the clock here.
I've actually never been worried my entire life.
I have never once ever been worried.
Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page here.
Never. All right. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, Majicbear is slapping himself. That was so fire and off by like 1 centimeter.
There's 3 Charlotte players in our half going for demos. 12 seconds left. I'm not even worried.
I'm so comfortable. I'm gonna cast this curse us. That's what I was gonna say. And then Dappur score.
But now have you inverse the caster curse bars? Okay, there it is. The game 5, we clutch it out. We've been waiting. In that NRG series, we came so close, and now against Charlotte Phoenix, we take the win.
Let's go. Close one.
It's all about just being comfortable. I now understand the tactic here going ahead. So just stay comfortable, stay relaxed. Nothing bad will ever happen to our boys at Alpine.
Exactly. You want to know why I'm comfortable?
Why?
Because of the shirt I'm wearing. You guys can put !point merch in the chat and get yourself the Comfort King. By the way, I just want to point out the caster synergy. Before I even said the words, I saw you.
I knew what you're talking about, bro. I tossed it up. I was like, I tossed it up to you, and you dunked it. Let's go.
Bow! Puts it in. Alpine puts it in as we move past Charlotte Phoenix.
So do we have the results as to who we're going up against next? Let me see.
We might. I know it was Xset versus Plot Twist. They go up against Rogue. We will be playing against Kansas City Pioneers, who lose out to the Peeps. They got swept by the Peeps. So
3-1 Plot Twist though. But I mean Kansas City Pioneers. We got this one in the bag. I'm comfortable.
Okay. Yeah. Kansas City Pioneers, Rapid Seabass. Okay, interesting. I'm also comfortable.
Probably because of that nice looking shirt you got there. F-dot.
All right, once is enough, man.
All right, fine. I'll stay comfortable. I'm gonna keep this zen atmosphere. We're gonna go up against Kansas City Pioneers, who I have not seen too much of. It's good to see Memory still kicking it, but I don't really know too much about their play style and how they're gonna be performing here against Alpine. It should be a good match, but Alpine, I think if you look at these two teams compared to each other, you definitely give us the advantage.
Yeah, I'd have to agree here. Rapid Seabass in beast mode. We'll see what lies on the other side. One more time, we just took down Charlotte Phoenix. Alpine will go up against Kansas City Pioneers. More of the grid after this.